Hey guys, it's Mastermind2368 here, and so today we're going to be taking Super Nintendo songs and converting it into sheet music. We're not just hearing songs and thinking, oh, that's a G, that's a F. No, we're going to be converting it. The process is going to look something a little bit like this. We're going to take the game files themselves of the songs, and we're going to turn those into MIDI files. Once we have the MIDI files, we're going to clean them up a little bit, and after we clean them up, we're going to use a program that converts MIDI files into sheet music. So before we get all the way into it, I just want to mention a couple of warnings. Firstly, it converts the Super Nintendo music into sheet music exactly. It doesn't do corners to make it easier to play. No, it takes the exact file. So sometimes it looks really ugly, and that's something you're going to have to edit for yourself. It's not a problem with the program, it's just the songs themselves sometimes are really difficult songs. And then secondly, there's no actual chords in Super Nintendo music. There's just multiple instruments layered on top of each other, and sometimes it's easy to put multiple instruments per one hand, but other times it's not, and it's like you have to play 5 different melodies with your left hand, so you're just gonna have to choose whichever melody you like the best, if that makes any sense. Key idea, sometimes songs are really complicated and it's hard to convert over to sheet music for a single person. If it still sounds fun to do though, continue on with the video. So to start off, you want to get the SPC file for whatever song you want to turn into sheet music. This is just the file that is stored within the game itself. So go to the first link in the description and search up whatever game you want to convert into sheet music. Let's say you want to do Super Mario World. Just search up Super Mario World. And then once you're within here, choose the right one. Obviously we're doing Super Nintendo for this video, so make sure the console is Super Nintendo. And go ahead and click on it. And just choose whatever game you want. In my case, I'm going to be doing Chrono Trigger. It's a popular one, so I just have to click on here. And then once you're over on whatever game you want, press download all original music files. Don't press download MP3s. That's only if you want to listen to it. This is for the actual conversions. After you downloaded that, you're going to want to download a tool that converts it into MIDI files. This should be the second link in the description, and you should just be able to click on it and it will download. I'm just going to enter it over here, and as you can see, there our files are. Once you download them, go to your downloads folder and extract them to a location that you'll know where to find them from. So let's press extract all. I have a folder over here, and for the Chrono Trigger songs, I'm going to make a separate folder because I don't want 100-something songs within my other folder. Okay, extract it. There it goes. For SPC to MIDI, the same as the other songs, you can put it wherever you want. I'm just going to put it in here, /MIDI. And as you can see, we have our Chrono Trigger songs, we have our MIDI stuff. That's all good. Now that we have these downloaded, let's convert our game song into a MIDI file. So open up your folder that has your MIDI converter. Just go ahead and launch your program. It'll be this small little window. And after it starts up, you're going to want to press File, Load SPC. Now go into the folder that has all the songs from the game you downloaded and find the right one. You can listen to it on the website over here, see if it's the right one, like let's Frog Sting. As you probably can hear, I don't know if my volume's loud enough, you can hear the song playing on here, just in case you don't know the exact name of it. Anyways, I know mine that I want to convert is Peaceful Days, so I'm just going to select it on here. Now it's going to be playing a piano version of the song. That's fine, no matter what instrument it is. It's fine. Just keep listening to your song on here until it's at the point where you don't want sheet music anymore. For example, if you only want the verse or whatever, if you don't want it to loop. Okay, mine's bad at the end, so when it comes to the end, press Save MIDI. Press File, Save MIDI. The reason why we do this is it'll automatically tell you how many seconds of your song you should save so that it doesn't keep looping or something. You can save it wherever you want. I'm going to go ahead and save it over to my MIDI folder just because it's a MIDI file. And once you've selected over there, press save. Congratulations. Now you have a MIDI file of your song. Next, let's edit this MIDI file and clean it up a little bit. So to clean up our MIDI file, go to the next link in the description. Just go to the site, it'll ask if we want to use MIDI devices, allow it to. I don't think we need to, but might as well. And this is a MIDI editor. This will let us edit our MIDI file. Go ahead, press File, Open, and open up your location for your music. I stored my MIDI file over here. Peaceful Days. Open up wherever you stored your file to. And here it is. Press play and we'll be able to hear it. Okay. So, look at this mess. There is a bunch of stuff. We're just one person. We can't play all this. We're going to have to delete some stuff. Now, it will depend on what you have to delete for whatever song you're playing. That's going to vary, but I'll show you a few guidelines. First over here, as you can see, we have 16 tracks. We don't need 16 tracks. Some of these tracks don't even have anything, so start by deleting those. We don't need any tracks that don't have anything. So already we have it down to 6 tracks in my case, might be more or less depending on whatever song you're doing. And from here, we can cut it down even more. You can solo each track to hear it by itself, and when you listen to it, you can think to yourself, is this important for how the song sounds or not? For example, let's try this track 6 over here. I'm going to press the headphones to solo it, and let's just listen to this melody, see if it's iconic for the song. I mean, like, it adds depth to the song, but when you think of the song, at least that's not really what I think of. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. And you can go down the line, do it for every song. If you know how to do this, go ahead to the next section. If not, you can keep watching and I'll show you how I continue doing it. For example, let's try track 5, see how that sounds. You can mute all the rest. Yeah, this doesn't sound super helpful. Well, you know, I take that back. Look at these chords. Those are going along really nice with the melody. I think I'm going to keep this one loose for now. We can see about deleting it later. Unmute everything. This track, though, track 4 that I'm on, look at that. There's not doing anything for that long stretch. I think I'm just going to delete this, and if I don't like it being deleted, I can put it back. Okay, let's try track 3. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, whichever track is highlighted over here is the one that's highlighted over here, even if you've soloed a different track. Just keep that in mind. Okay, let's try soloing track 3, see how it sounds. Yeah, this doesn't seem super helpful either. Like, it's just more chords, and we already determined track 5 is better, so we're going to delete track 3, because as you can see, there's 3 notes on track 5 by the time that does 1 note. And I guess we wanted to match them more, so I'm just going to delete track 3. Now, to make sure I've deleted the right ones, let's listen to it from the start. If you want to fast forward or rewind, you can press A and D to get there forward and backward. And as you can tell, like, it still sounds like the song, just a little bit more dumbed down. I think I can still dumb it down a little bit more. This looks like just a counter melody. Is that a counter melody? Let's listen. It might just be bass there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even soloing it, but I don't think this is needed either. Or, let's solo it just to be sure. Yeah, I don't need that. I'm just going to delete that, and let's try listening to our final song. And yeah, to me that sounds great. As great as you can get a 16-track song down to 2 tracks. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Okay, so once you've edited your MIDI file and it's down to 2 or 3 tracks, press File, press Save As, and I like to name it like Peaceful Days underscore edit or something like that. Whatever you know that's an edited version. So go ahead and save it. Now we can go on to the final step where we convert the MIDI file into sheet music. Okay, for the final step, we're going to need to convert the MIDI file into sheet music. To do this, we're going to use a program called MuseScore. So I'm going to go ahead and download MuseScore without MuseHub. I think that's like their software suite or something. Okay, it'll start in a little bit, and it'll show up in our downloads folder. Okay, once it's in there, we can run the installer. Accept the EULA, change your location. I'm just going to put it where I put my other stuff. Okay, yes, allowed to make changes. Okay, the wizard has finished. Let's start it up. So you're going to want to go ahead and go over to File. You're going to want to press Open. From within here, find the MIDI file that we edited on that website. Here mine is Peaceful Days Edit. Open it up. And so when it opens up, this is actually all the correct notes. We can go ahead and take a quick listen to it. But it still sounds a little bit funky, so there are a few things you're probably going to want to change. First of all, I found that it tends to put songs in 3/4 time, even if they're not supposed to be, so let's go ahead and change that over to 4/4 time. And then secondly, as you might be able to tell, it's a little bit fast. So this is another problem. The converter, it tends to do things at double time for some reason. So to make it go a little bit slower, try this if you're having the same problem. Press Ctrl-A to select all the notes, and then press Ctrl-X to cut them. So we have them on our clipboard. Now we're going to paste them on half the time. So to do that, press Ctrl-Shift-W. Like I said, that's if your notes are just double the speed. That still sounds a little too fast, so we should change the beats per minute. I've looked up for this song, it's supposed to be around 88 or 85. We can change it on paper over here, and then we can change it within the program by dragging these 3 dots down. 85, whenever it reaches that. What is that, like 79 you can try? And that should be good enough, 87. Yeah, and as you can tell, that sounds a lot better. You can do a lot more edits if you want. Like, for example, I'm going to delete these measures. I guess to do that, it says press Control and Delete while you're over the selected measures. So, Control, Delete, there it is. The empty measures are now gone. Another thing is, I personally am not really comfortable playing with ledger lines this high. So I'm going to go ahead and move this part onward, down an octave. To do this, you click on the first note of the notes you want to move down. Then you click on the last one, but when you click on the last one, hold Shift while you click on it. And it will select all those notes, and you can just drag them down an octave now. So let's go ahead and give that a quick listen. And yeah, it's just the song but an octave lower. You can mess around with it, do a lot of different things, like you can transpose it if you want, press Tools, Transpose. There is a lot of fun things you can do in this program, and I've probably just barely scratched the surface. But once you've done that, go ahead, press File, Export PDF, Main Score, PDF, yeah, that's fine. Now, let's just name it Peaceful Days, we don't want all these numbers, and we'll save it. And look at that, there's our sheet music for it. Like I said, there are still some things we could change, like we could turn that into a bass clef and just have those have ledger lines. But overall, I think this is pretty good for it being automatically generated. Well, I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you're still stuck on anything, you can leave a comment. I could try to help you if I know the answer, but I probably won't, so maybe someone else will help you if they know the answer to your problem. I just do Super Nintendo music for this video because I just really like how a lot of Super Nintendo songs sound, especially after I just beat Chrono Trigger. I'm in love with all the music in that game. I want to do anything I can to spend time enjoying it. If you want to hear how to do this for more systems though, leave me a comment, and if this video does well, I can try to make more videos on how to convert it for your favorite system. But anyways, I guess that's about it for this video. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you have fun playing your favorite Super Nintendo songs on whatever instrument you play. Goodbye.